There is one person left.
I'm gonna shoot him.
That's a good idea.
Seems like a good plan.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Unfortunately, that arrow. You know what?
It's Marwin.
15% chance.
Could she have advantage because the cart's on fire, and the guy isn't probably trying not to?
Doesn't she have advantage to use bardic inspiration?
No, she doesn't. She has to inspire other people.
Yeah, she can't inspire herself.
But she's doing it. She said she tried to inspire me, right? So she's still doing that.
So the way in bardic inspiration works is that after you roll, you can choose to roll the inspiration die, which is an extra d6.
No, I get that. But I thought she performed that on me, but I thought she had to keep doing it to maintain it.
No, she doesn't.
No.
It's only a one-time thing.
She just gives it to you. Just giving them away like they were candy, and it was Halloween.
They are kind of like candy.
Yeah, they kind of are. Okay, so Ginger, I rolled incredibly well for you. You shoot the horse.
Oh, the poor horse.
Yeah, you shoot the horse. The horse is now on fire. There's also an arrow sticking out of its side. So the horse turns, or the horses turn around, and the sharp turn causes the carriage to flip over, and then the carriage falls on the cultists.
Got Cliff Burton.
I put my hand up the high five.
And then the cart explodes.
The dwarf.
And then the cart explodes because it was filled with gunpowder.
Awesome!
No, it was filled with oil of immolation.
Let's not get too carried away. Gunpowder, and then it just explodes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we're all badasses, so we're just walking away,
Q-
not looking at the explosion.
Q trotting away from the explosion slowly.
Yep, that's a thing.
All right.
And I have to pose gracefully while I do that.
Gracefully?
Pose like have me compose as a performance.
Walk away like an action hero.
Exactly.
Okay, so combat is over. It appears that all your enemies are dead. In fire.
Or on fire.
On fire.
My
Dead
horse,
and on
please.
fire. Okay, we're doing both.
Say, my horse, please.
You jumped off of it, so you left it for us.
Yeah, I believe Finders Keepers.
My horse, please.
Can I
When's your
disguise
horse?
myself for a good doer?
It will take you 15 minutes.
What?
What?
Marwin wants to start disguising himself to look like you.
Who?
For a good doer.
Yeah.
You have a
Oh.
split nail on you?
He can.
Huh?
He can manufacture the clothes as an illusion.
Yeah, it's an illusion spell.
We don't have time for this nonsense. Let's get back to where we need to go.
And that is?
Yeah, we want to know what's going on.
And who are you?
Where am I headed?
You're headed for the Fishmonger Inn.
I did a fishmonger and I was sent by M lady. What's her name?
Matilda.
Sent by Matilda to come get you guys back.
A little telekinetic girl? Alright, fine.
My horse, please.
Yeah, which one's your horse?
The one you're on.
Okay, then I get on the other one.
Yeah.
Alright, and then you guys start trotting off. Alright, so I'm gonna actually... I'm missing Ginger, actually. Hold on. I gotta move peoples. Lots of peoples. Copy. Copy. Okay, let's go. And we are going to the Fishmonger Inn. Ignore the arc light and Arc Knight logo in the corner, please.
They're just a sponsor.
This is actually an inn for giants.
Yes. Yes.
How come you never move me, Darren? Every time I have to do it myself.
I'm working on it.
Probably because you're playing as a GM, so
Yeah.
you probably have to do that.
There you are. Copy, and then paste. Alright, so you guys arrive in the poor district of town, there is a rundown building in front of you with a fish and a butcher's knife in front of the small plaque that has been worn down with age. When you enter the establishment, it is quiet except for and quite lonesome because it's kind of weird because it's early evening and you expect an inn to be packed, tavern slash inn, but unfortunately fortunately in your case, there's no one else here except for a woman who is behind the counter cleaning mugs, and she kind of just looks at you weirdly as you enter the establishment.
Does this place smell of fish?
Yes. Lots and
I'm
lots
not
of
getting.
fish.
I'm not getting much sleep tonight.
Okay. And is anybody going to approach the bar or?
I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
Okay.
Out of character, Fishmonger Inn is where Matilda said we could get a hold of her before, correct?
If you need to get her and if you need supplies and such, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
warm
cleaning. She's cleaning mugs, and a few of you approach her, and she says, "What can I get you?"
Hello, madam. May I ask what you have to partake in beverages?
What do you need?
Something with a little kick to it.
Sure. We have our Dragon Spit Ale. We also have on tap, some moonshine Farmer Brown brought in earlier. We also have healing potions.
Ooh, that last healing potion sounds really delicious.
How many will you and your associates be needing?
Is it cherry flavored?
Unfortunately, we only have them in strawberry and blue raspberry.
Any no blueberry? Dang it.
No
I'll
blueberry
take a blue
today.
raspberry.
All right, coming
Oh.
right up. What about you, good sir?
I'll take.
Blue raspberry. Is that like blackberry or is it like blueberry with raspberry?
It's raspberry, but it's been dyed blue.
I'll take some of the strawberry one, please.
All right,
Can I
and
just get a raspberry one then?
it'll be blue.
Perhaps, do you have any wine?
We have red, white, or rosé.
I'll take a glass of rosé.
Fine choice, sir. And the three of you, will you be partaking in any beverages tonight or water?
Blue raspberry healing potion.
Okay, and you.
I have to stitch up some cuts on myself.
Okay.
So I'll take a shot of whiskey, a knife to bite on, and some thread and a needle.
All right, sounds good. And you, Sir Good, is there anything I can get you tonight?
Just water.
Would you like me to just play
Okay.
some music and do the short rest thing? That might be a bit easier.
We can. Yeah,
I'm gonna need
but
the
I'm a badass militant guy, right? Like, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Crocodile Dundee.
Your
Am I
way.
dating myself? Do kids even remember what that is?
We
Crocodile Dundee. I remember
of course we know what Crocodile Dundee is.
Is this a knife? No, this is a knife. And I go to the bartender. A friend of mine comes by here occasionally. I was wondering if you see them, would you mind letting them know that we are here?
She's actually on her way, good sir. She should be arriving within the hour. There was a message sent her earlier, so she will be. Your date will be here momentarily. Before I leave, I have to go lock up to make sure nobody else comes in for the night. Is there anything else I can provide you with? Food, perhaps?
A meal would not go amiss.
Do you seafood, chicken, beef? What's your
Do
pleasure?
you have anything vegetarian?
We do have a split pea soup.
Evenwood takes the split pea soup.
Okay.
I will take a small thing of chowder and a steak.
Okay. And you three.
Giant fish.
I'm all set.
Okay.
Big
Nice.
one.
No problem. And you, little man. And she looks at Marwin.
3 pieces of cheese. And a 2-day-old fish.
2-day old. Are you sure you don't want our one day old
This is a
fish.
fishmonger's, right?
No, that's completely unacceptable. I need a finely aged fish.
Salted or unsalted?
But the cheese better be brand new.
Unsalted. Yes, the cheese must be barely cheese. At
Um,
this point.
okay, that's perfectly fine. I think we can bring you something that will satisfy you.
And for my friend, I point to him. He needs 2 fried chickens and 2 slices of white toast.
Okay.
None of you guys remember the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see what I can cook up, sweetie. So she goes into the back to satisfy your orders. All right. So some time passes. She comes back. She has your she apologizes to you greatly, Marwin, because she was only able to find fish that was aged for 36 hours.
This is unacceptable.
Hey, sweetie, take it or leave it. I guess you're leaving it. I'll give it to the cat later.
36 hours considered 2-day-old fish?
Well,
It can be, depends on how you start your hours.
I'll be right back.
Yes. Puppy says hi.
Are you sure your character doesn't have a hound?
Yeah, she's right here.
No, make your character have the hound as well.
She's not a fighting dog.
She's a lover, not a fighter.
She sees strangers and she thinks they're her new best friends.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, about half an hour later, where is I can't even find the token I used before, but whatever. An elven woman walks in the door. You recognize her, Roland, as Matilda. And she goes to the bar and she asks for a glass of red, Merlot in particular, if they
I
have.
like a good Barlow.
And the bartender, gives her a glass, and Matilda looks at you guys and says, "So, how's your endeavor going?"
Oh, it went pretty well. I found out some interesting things.
Okay. Pray tell, what did you find out?
Um, using a little bit of interrogation, we found out where they were storing the bulk of their ball stones.
Okay. And where is that?
They said it's in Icewind Dale.
Well, that's lovely. Do you know where in
Come on, road trip.
Do you know where in Icewind Dale? Perhaps in one of the 10 towns?
The guy unfortunately did not know,
Okay.
but he said they were being stored there, and they're using it for a ritual. They're saving them for.
I see. What kind of ritual did you find out?
Silverfish Fishter is planning to change this guy called Newer.
Okay.
I can't remember how to pronounce the name correctly.
That's fine.
They're trying to raise him to be a god to replace Bhaal.
So they're not trying to raise Bhaal, but they're using a Bhaal spawn, perhaps, to try to make him a god.
Yes.
Is that my understanding? Okay.
That is what Silver is, the guy who's trying to coordinate the affair.
And did you have it? Do you know where Silverfish is at this moment?
Unfortunately, at that point, other complications arose, and our ability to get any knowledge from him was hampered by his death. His unfortunate demise.
What
Also,
happened?
there were like 30 of them trying to kill us.
I see.
The interrogation was limited in time.
I see. Okay. So, the reason we sent our friend Sir Good here was because we had heard that something was happening at the Church of Selune, and we had reports that rogue figures were headed there to check it out. So that's why we sent him with the carriage to pick you guys up.
I I reach into my pocket. I'm gonna pull out the papers in Abyssal that I found.
Okay. So this is what you were able to gather?
These are some of the reports and stuff that I saw them dealing with. Unfortunately, I myself am not fluent in Abyssal.
It's fine. I am. Um, and is there any other details? She gestures to the rest of you, that you'd like to tell me, or is this all you have? Did you notice anything? My tea's ready. Hold on.
Yes, now that you're not here, I did notice something.
And that's all I have to say about it.
Wait until she comes back. And that's when McBeardy over there decided that the world needed a little bit more horse glue.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep.
What?
And oh yeah, and I just forgot there was a secret entrance in the mausoleum behind the church.
Oh, okay. Who was occupying that?
We saw a very mysterious figure walk into it. Unfortunately, the cultist arrived right before we had a chance to explore the depths. of
Okay.
What was there.
That's fine. We'll send some a recon team to take a look at it for you, since you guys might be taking a trip now. So I'm just glancing over these letters very quickly. It mentions Baldur's Gate, and it mentions that Silverfish will be at Baldur's Gate. You also have told me that there is information about the stones being in Icewind Dale. I have a choice for you, as a adventuring company for the Order of the Gauntlet to make. We of course have establishments in Baldur's Gate. Not as We are not as influential there as we'd like to be, but we do have some influence there. We could either we can take on the search for the stones, or we can continue our search for Silverfish. We would like to send you guys to one of these places. If you had the choice, where would you want to go?
Road trip.
Both of them are a road trip.
Road trip?
So,
I guess road trip. I have yet to ever been to Icewind Dale. That is a far.
it is very far. There are the 10 towns, there are the barbarian tribes. We would probably send you to a town called East Haven, where we have a gentleman there who used to work for our order, but acts more as a guide for caravans and before the passages close to the other towns. But if you would wish to go to Icewind Dale, then we can help you get to Icewind Dale. Again, you can go to Baldur's Gate if you wish. That's much closer. But if you want to help us carry on the search for the stones, that would be much appreciated. Do you have any questions about Icewind Dale?
Out of character question, what time of the year is it right now?
So it is. Luckily, it is summer right now, so it's.
It's only a little bit below freezing in Icewind Dale.
Exactly. Icewind Dale is cold year round.
Oh no, what I'm saying is, do we have time to make it to Icewind Dale before it snows the route in?
Since it's summer, yes, you do have time. It will take you a little while to get to Icewind Dale. The road up there can be kind of treacherous. However, they could send you by sea if you want. That would probably be a little faster than by going by foot.
But then icebergs.
than icebergs. They'd have to send you on a ship which has an icebreaker.
Yeah, but I thought, out of character, I thought Icewind Dale didn't have any ports. The closest thing to the ports were the barbarian tribes that would try to kill anyone that's non-barbarian.
That is correct.
I mean, that's really more of a minor convenience, right?
Because I know
Very
there's a
inconvenient.
ship, you can get a ship to Luskin, and then you'd have to kind of hoof it from Luskin. Unless you take the underground tunnel that has the dragon in it.
Yeah, I mean, do you really want to take a tunnel with the dragon?
It's
Kinda,
warm.
yeah.
It's actually warm in the tunnel versus freezing outside.
But she says, maybe you guys need the night to think it over. It sounds like you want to get to Icewind Dale. What mode of transportation you want to get there is... We could help, but there's so much we can do. She does mention the barbarian tribes, Roland, and there are tensions between the 10 towns and the barbarian tribes. So they could get you close-ish to shore. Ish.
And I go to Matilda. If we find them and we find where the stones are being kept, what would be the goal once that is achieved? The moment we find out the stones are there, they will move them. Odds are there may be more stones than we can possibly carry or should carry ourselves. What would
We should be able to buy a bag of holding, shouldn't we?
Yeah, you could probably get a bag of holding, she says. So if your concern is carrying...
to travel with that many ball stones?
We would...
Bag of holding.
No, not the carrying. The
No,
weight of carrying the soul.
I hear what he's saying. You guys would become a major target, and at that point, the entirety of the cult would probably be brought upon your heads, if you were able to capture the stones yourself. I will give you several scrolls of message. I will also give you a stone where we can teleport to your location, if need be. We can also open a gate and we can also empower the gate to allow us to travel to your location if you need assistance, and if you find out or come in possession of the stones. The gate spell will take a lot of resources though, so I only use it if you are absolutely sure that you are upon the location of the stones or you have the stones already.
What if we could not get a hold of you? What would you want to be done with the stone? Throw them into the ice sea, or
whatever possible to get them out of the hands of the enemy. If you have to throw them into the icy sea, then do it. If that is your last option, do it. We can't have...
feed them to Marwin.
I don't know. Can you swallow a stone that big?
I wouldn't put it behind him.
Probably.
I imagine he probably would.
I'd be
yeah.
alright with that.
Okay. But
I mean,
it's like I said, it's up to you. We are asking you to embark on a very dangerous journey, and if you are more than willing to go to Icewind Dale Forest, then, like I said, all our resources we can spare will go to your outfit. So, like I said, enjoy the tavern, and your stay is on our tab, of course, and we will gather some supplies for you to take to Icewind Dale. I have not heard the rest of your party. Marwin, Ginger, Sir Good, Evenwood sounds like you're on board with going on a road trip to Icewind Dale.
Sure. Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. It's pretty much the same city, right?
More or less, she says with a smile. Marwin, Ginger, you're not afraid of the cold?
no, I mean, I kind of want to become a murder god.
You're not a Bhaal spawn.
How do you know if he's not a Bhaal spawn?
I could be.
Do you feel murderous intent every day, single waking moment of your life?
Is that really a question right now?
I'm gonna
I
try.
mean, how many houses do I have to burn down?
Seriously, he makes a very good point.
I'm good with it.
Okay, I trust you can keep a handle on your insane member. Um, okay. So I will tell my superiors that you will embark for Icewind Dale shortly. How soon would you want to leave?
How long is a long rest?
A long rest is 8 hours.
No, I mean like not so in this game, in this version, there's a short rest, a long rest, and then like the between adventures rest where everything resets.
Okay.
I want that last one.
Okay.
We are all nearly dead.
Okay.
Some of us have actually died a couple of times.
As I've heard, and let's say you'll be ready for in 3 days if you want that kind of a rest. Rest up, heal up,
Yeah, that's fine.
do what you need to. And if you have any loved ones you'd like to say goodbye to, now would be the time.
Is there a
Icewind.
post office?
I go to turn to Matilda,
And she just kind
Bye,
of
Matilda.
and I said, "I'll see you for the date on 2 days."
sounds wonderful.
Unfortunately, next week I'm going to be out of town.
I am heartbroken to hear about this. I hope you write. I look forward to your letters. Do you even know where I live?
Not yet, but I can write it to the care of your order.
Okay, thank you. But Sir Good,
Face palm.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
now.
Sir Good, will you be traveling to Icewind Dale with them?
I will not.
Okay.
My lady, you sent me to rescue them. They showed their appreciation by letting me drive off rather than being led to your location.
You know, that seems like a very
I can't-
sourpuss reaction to what we did.
Considering that
It's not like we ran off with your horse and kept going. We moved further away from the cultists because you stopped.
I was not going to lead them to where we were going.
Yeah, great. I didn't either.
you never introduced yourself.
Did we have time?
You were just like, get on the
Get on
cart,
the carriage and
and
run.
then you stopped the cart after we got on the
Get off
cart.
Said, "Let's go," and then we stopped.
Yeah,
When we were being pursued, I pulled
So
over.
you tend to keep moving.
yeah. Most sane people don't stop the car when you're getting pursued.
As you see, my lady, this will not work.
I
Can't travel with this party.
That is unfortunate. Okay, we'll assign you elsewhere, I suppose. If you do not feel if you want to embark on this journey, that is totally fine. We did.
I don't like cold either.
Yeah, the code
No,
does
that's
get to some people.
Totally valid.
That's totally valid. That's perfectly fine. But yes, 3 days. I will go to the quartermaster and request supplies for winter traveling gear for you guys. Is there anything else you need that you can think of? Oh, you have 3 days to think of it.
Any maps of the region from there and here would be very much appreciated.
Okay, so we will get you maps of the region, code gear, and transportation, of course. We wouldn't want you to be stranded. And Marwin, do you need anything? No? Yes? Maybe?
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Yeah, I said, do you need anything for your trip? Your long, long trip.
I want a nice flowing jacket.
Okay. A
It's
jacket.
gonna be cold. You should buy winter clothes.
Yeah.
I want one. It's a winter jacket.
Okay. And anything else? Are there any letters that you need to send?
No.
Okay. All right, and you, my lady.
Now I feel
Guys, can I
bad.
get like 5 minutes to go let the dog out?
Yeah, that's
She's
fine.
been bugging me.
Dogs out.
And you, my lady, are you in any need for anything?
Oh, I have I was actually wondering if there's either a bank where I can put some of my gold in, or if there is like awesome gear or a weapon that I could buy, because I have a lot of gold.
Yeah, you can actually do a little shopping on these days off if you wish. And by the way, says Matilda, I have a message for you.
For me.
Yes, for you. Are you familiar with a one-shorn dragon maul?
Yes.
He asked me to give this to you. He is on his own quest with our order. And she hands you a letter with a wax seal on it. And do you open it now or do you want to read it later?
Oh, I want to open it now. What does
Okay.
it say?
It says that long story short, it says that he misses you. He wish he was, in your beautiful presence right now. And he wishes you good luck on your adventure. He also gives an address of where he'll be for the next couple of months. There is also a necklace inside, and the necklace actually has it's kind of like it's kind of like his insignia. It's a maul with a dragon behind it. So
Aww. That's awesome.
I say something to Ginger.
huh?
I say something to Ginger.
What?
I say, because of the bark inspiration you provided to me, I leave you with something.
Oh.
I didn't leave her anything yet.
Okay.
And I leave her my ring.
Aww. Wait, you just met. Okay. All right.
No, but she I have in character reason for that.
Okay.
Ginger, it's a ring of protection +1.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So that will add +1 to your armor class if you don't have anything. Yeah, I think that's the only ring of protection you have, so it'll add 1 to your armor class permanently as long as you wear it.
Where do I go to do that?
Under armor, just add a ring, but 1 for magic bonus.
Oh.
Want me to do it for you?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Okay. And I will see you all in 3 days. Roland, she says, I will meet you at the Inn of the Vomiting Dragon in 2 days. Early evening, shall we say?
Sounds pleasant.
Come in your best attire. And she gives you a wink, and she walks away humming.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you guys have 3 days. The bartender, who is named Nellie, comes out and she starts clearing off your plates and your cups and mugs and wine glasses. Will there be anything for dessert, my friends?
Any fresh fruit available?
Plenty. We just had a shipment today. You, sir, good?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Everyone's quiet. Marwin and Ginger, you two.
Cake.
Cake? Any particular?
I require warm milk.
We can provide the warm milk and cake. Any particular that you are craving?
Just really good frosting and a lot of it.
All right, coming right up. Marwin, you see her go into a cooler which is filled with ice, and she takes out some milk. And she puts the mug in her hand, and she pours the milk, and she heats the mug using a spell, and she hands a steaming cup in front of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any cookies to go with that?
That's ridiculous. No.
Okay, perfectly fine. And she walks off and with the dishes that she just had acquired.